Damien has been seeing this person for a while now, which is surprising, since their first encounter was by force. He didn't want to go, but Dick had dragged him into the car, locked all the doors, and drove halfway across Gotham. At first, he thought his worst nightmare was coming true. His family was getting rid of him. That ended up not being the case. So here he was on his 5th visit, sitting on a white love-seat couch that was covered in pink, red, and baby blue blankets and throw pillows, staring at the woman he had been seeing. The woman sits at her desk, staring back at Damien. The room was in complete silence. If a pin dropped, it would disrupt the environment with its loud bang. The name tag on the woman's blouse revealed the name Dr. Marinette Chang. Marinette is Gotham's best psychologist, and has even worked with those that reside in Arkham. No one dares to mess with her in fear of being one of the villain's next target. Not much is known about her history, but it was clear that it wasn't a great story behind it. Marinette takes out her pen and writes something down on her notepad. Damien, being the curious person that he is, tries to see what she's writing. Marinette blocks him, causing the young teen to pout. Just moments ago, they were talking about his relationship with his brothers, and now, nothing. Marinette hums and moves the notepad into her lap. What Damien didn't realize was that just talking about his interactions with his siblings, he gave Marinette all the information she needed to pursue with their next step. Damien, I'm sorry to say this, but you have the capacity to feel. You are human, she states, clasping her hands together and giving the young Wayne a reassuring smile. It wasn't every day that Damien is met with smiles of sincerity. For Damien, the announcement took a minute to process. Marinette was growing slightly worried about her latest client and was about to touch his shoulders. "You take that back!" the Wayne heir shouts as if he was just given the worst news in his life. Marinette chuckles and tries to cover it with her hands. But the offended look on Damien's face couldn't stop it. Now, this is completely normal. We can work with basic human interactions, such as going on a picnic. You seem to care a lot about your brothers despite being negative to them. This time, Marinette does place her hands on the teen's shoulders. Damien still stares at her as if the woman was the devil. Damie, this is our 5th meeting. I'm sure we'll have plenty more. Damien was shaking his head. Sure, he loves being around this person. She doesn't belittle him for being himself. But this was just going too far. He was seconds away from noping and making his escape. Du Peng Chang, you have made an enemy today? I do not show emotions. He tries to glare at her, but Marinette just raises an eyebrow before walking behind her desk and pulling out a tray of cookies. Damien looks between the cookies and a psychologist. Who was he to be denied of the deliciousness that is Marinette's cookies? After hours of being alone with Damien, Marinette hands Dick a cookie and tells the older brother that she's making progress with him. Dick thanks Marinette before carrying a sleeping Damien in his arms back to the car. While Damien was sleeping, Dick could hear the muttering his brother was saying to him, "I hate you." To which Dick replies with, "I love you too, little Dave." Dick could never understand how Marinette does it, but he's glad that she is willing to take on the little demon.